Hello and welcome to the Beckendorf Junior High Band Parent Virtual Meeting. I'm Susan Stieber, Head Band Director. In this presentation, we will go over policies and procedures of the band program. When you've finished, if you have any questions, please email your child's teacher. This is me, Susan Stieber. I teach the honors band and the beginner trumpet, euphonium, tuba, and clarinet classes. I assist with the concert and symphonic bands. I hold a bachelor's degree in music education from West Texas A&M University, and I'm entering my 17th year of teaching, the past 10 of which have been at Beckendorf. Darlene Blos is the assistant band director who teaches the symphonic band, beginning French horn, trombone, and flute classes. She assists with the honors and concert bands. Darlene's in her 25th year of teaching and is a graduate of Wayland Baptist University. Troy Eads is the assistant band director in charge of the concert band, beginning saxophone, oboe, and bassoon classes. He assists with the honors and symphonic bands and is in his 19th year of teaching, a graduate of the University of Houston. Each day, David Reynolds joins us for 6th period. He's the assistant band director at Seven Lakes High School, but he comes over each day to teach our beginning percussion class. We are all so excited to work with your young musicians. It's going to be a great year. In the first week, we sent home a packet of information with everything you ever wanted to know about band, and we call it the Band Handbook. In the back, there were forms to return that we need by Wednesday, September the 4th. Please refer to your handbook for these forms that are listed. If a packet did not make it home, a PDF can be downloaded from the band teacher web. The supply order form for performing bands was not quite ready at the time of publishing. Please look for that to come home in the next week or so. Our goal in the Beckendorf Band program is to give the best possible music experience to our students through the study of music performance. Through this, your children will develop the skills of cooperation, discipline, self-confidence, teamwork, leadership, responsibility, coordination, self-expression, and creativity. Communication is key between parents, teachers, and students. Please make your child's teacher your first point of contact whenever you have a question or a concern, or if you see a scheduling conflict coming up between a rehearsal and another event for your child. Please be aware of the timing of if you're going to be having braces put on for your child. It can require a little bit of adjustment time, so if you're having them put on or taken off, please try to keep those away from about 2 to 3 weeks out from a major performance or a contest. It can be very disappointing for a child who has worked really hard that all of a sudden they can't do as well, and it's simply because they had to adjust to their braces. In the state of Texas, it's the law that students have to be passing all of their classes with a 70 or higher on their report card. This is called eligibility. Now, this does not apply to after-school practices or concerts where no admission is charged. These are considered curricular because they're an extension of learning in the classroom. Please help your child by monitoring their grades. Again, when a child's worked really hard towards a performance or a contest and they can't participate because they let their grades suffer, that's always just a very disappointing thing. And if we can just stay on top of that, that would be great. Instruments should go home every day. Now, the beginners will not start taking them home for about 3 to 6 weeks, and that's because we want to be sure they have ample time to learn how to take care of the instrument and have mastered the fundamentals of tone production before we allow them to practice unsupervised. If you could help us out by making sure your child's case is labeled clearly with their first and last names, all the cases look alike in the band hall. So if you can help us with that, that would be very, very helpful. And keep an eye on that throughout the year. Sometimes the tags fall off, the tape gets ripped off of the case. So just kind of keep an eye on it and replace a name tag as necessary. Our grading policy in band is 35% minor grades. This is participation, quizzes, daily grades, sectional practices. 15% is other, and that's homework, practice record, occasional written assignments. Now, the homework is going to be their practice record, and we'll talk about that more in a minute. 50% are major grades, playing tests, written tests, performances, and clinics. Practice records will go home. We will start these with the performing bands next week. Each child is expected to practice up to 30 minutes a day. Now, the more they practice, the better they're going to get. So if they are able to practice more than 30 minutes, that's just going to make them better, and we will give them bonus points for that. But you can see here on the grid what the rubric is. Now, it's better for a child to turn in a practice record a day late, even if it doesn't have very much time on it, than it is to get a 0. Zeros will kill their grades, so we want these practice records to come in. We won't start with these with beginners until the instruments start going home. So when you see the instruments start coming home, you can also expect to see a practice record. This is what the practice record looks like. They just fill in the date, what did they practice, and the number of minutes. And the child should be doing this. And when they fill that in, what did they practice, we need to see meaningful words here. We need to be seeing things like lip slurs, scales, page 42 out of the such and such book. These things are meaningful, and it's going to help us to be able to look at that and see what a child is doing in their practice time. So if we need to go back and take a look at what they're doing in their practice time to help them maybe get some different practice habits, this is meaningful. What we don't want to see are things like, what did you practice? Music. That's not very meaningful, and it's kind of missing the point. So if you could please help your student remember, what did you practice? Make that a meaningful entry. This does require a parent signature, and they will be returned. We will have them due each Tuesday, the Tuesday of each week. And again, these are going to start with the performing bands next week. Our private lesson program is a wonderful opportunity for students of all abilities. It's an after-school enrichment program where students can meet one-on-one with a professional on their instrument for a half an hour. It's currently $17.50 per half-hour lesson. Please send in the enrollment form that was in the band handbook if you'd like to take advantage of this opportunity for your child. Availability is limited. We assign lessons on a first-come, first-served basis. Our band calendar was included in the packet that was sent home. Every child is important to the performance. This is so vitally important. We need every child to be there because their part matters. These are graded events. Please make sure that these dates are in your family calendar. If you see that a conflict is coming up, let your child's teacher know just as soon as you're aware of it. Most times we can work the conflicts out, but we can't help if we don't know about it in enough time. There will be after-school rehearsals. We'll always release the students to the back of the school so they'll have access to our band door if something should happen and they need to come inside. In front of the school, we can't help them. So if you could please always arrange to meet your band student in the back if they're staying after school for a band event. These after-school rehearsals will start the second week of September for the performing bands, and we'll have the first rehearsal for beginning band in December. Supplies for band. Now this is beyond the instrument and the supplies they need for their instrument. Everyone will need a band binder, they'll need a uniform, and they'll need a band t-shirt. The informal uniform that we have is the band t-shirt. It's the official shirt that's worn at informal performances and social events. We'll wear it with blue jeans and sneakers. Now this is a t-shirt that your kids are going to get a lot of wear out of because they're going to be wearing them all the time. We've asked the students to submit ideas for the design of the band t-shirt. Those submissions should be in by this Friday, and we'll vote on those next week. So as soon as I get that decision from the students, we'll send that design home so you can see what it's going to look like. This is the formal uniform, and now this formal uniform is different for beginner band and for the performing bands. So we'll start with the performing bands. This is what the boys' uniform is for honors, symphonic, and concert band. The bow tie and cummerbund are provided by the band, but all the other pieces of the uniform will need to be provided by each family. The black socks will be the kind that go above the ankle, and the shoes should be closed-toe dress shoe type, no tennis shoes, please. Now the tuxedo shirts and the tuxedo pants will be ordered through the band, and we'll have Al's Formal Wear is going to come out and measure the kids for those, and those order forms will be going out, should be going out next week. We do ask that the boys wear a plain white t-shirt that has no writing or graphics underneath their tuxedo shirt as an undershirt. This year we're doing something a little bit different for our girls. Now returning members who have last uniform, they can still wear that. But they can also do what we're doing this year, which they could choose to wear a black blouse with the skirt, and these will be ordered through the band program. They could do the same black blouse with palazzo pants. We're going to offer that. Or they could wear the boys' tuxedo shirt, but pair it with the skirt with the bow tie and cummerbund. Or the tuxedo shirt with the boys' tuxedo pants, the cummerbund and the bow tie. And last, they could do the tuxedo shirt with palazzo pants with the bow tie and the cummerbund. If they wear the boys' tuxedo shirt, then they also need to wear the bow tie and cummerbund. All of these options require long black socks or stockings, tights, and closed-toe, closed-heel dress shoes. So everything except the shoes and socks will be ordered through the band. This is the formal uniform for the beginner band, and we do not order these through the band. You can get these at your favorite retailer, and it's just a solid white polo or a dress shirt with solid black dress pants or khaki type pants. The first time the beginners need this uniform will be in December. Please remember it's going to still need to fit them in May, so be sure to leave room for growth. They will need solid black dress shoes and black dress socks, the kind that go above the ankle. If you have a child who has outgrown their band uniform from last year and you would like to donate that back to the band program, we always can use those. So if that's something that you would like to do, we certainly would appreciate that. Fundraising. We do fundraise in the Beckendorf Band program, and we do it in October and in March. We do a fall brochure fundraiser, and we do a dinner concert in March that we call our Spring Jamboree. We do it to fund clinicians and consultants for the students. We purchase instruments and supplies. We try to get as good of a musical experience for the kids as we can. And so the school district can't fund everything that we would like to do for our kids, and so we fundraise to make up the difference. Now, do we have to do it? We do not require any band families to participate in the fundraising projects. That being said, if you choose not to participate in the fundraiser, if you would like to donate to offset some of these costs that are incurred by the program, that is certainly most appreciated. Last year's fundraiser, we purchased medals and awards. You can read this list. We got a recording engineer. We got some mutes for trumpets and trombones. We bought some books for the kids, some music books. We're getting a riser cart. Lots of things that just are beyond the budget that we receive from the state and from the school district. This year, the list is pretty similar to last year, what our wish list is. And if every band family were to raise or to donate between $20 and $30, we would cover this list. It would be completely paid for. So I hope you will participate in our fundraisers and or donate towards these costs of the program. The band fundraiser is going to kick off Friday, October the 4th. Band parent volunteers are the heart of our program. We have had a very, very healthy parent group and have had wonderful participation. And our program it couldn't run without all the wonderful parent help that we've received. We'll be sending out email blasts asking for volunteers whenever these volunteer opportunities are coming up. I'm always going to include a link for you to sign up online. And you can always email me also if you see something coming up and that you would like to participate in. Some special dates, November 8th and 9th are our all-region band auditions, and we host those here at Beckendorf, and so we need an army of volunteers. Also, our fall concert and party committee and our fundraiser committees. If you can help with those, that would be wonderful. If you have any questions or concerns about this presentation, if you would please contact your child's band director, and you can do that via their email or via phone. My email is susanistieber@kdisd.org, and my phone number is 281-237-9476. Thank you for your attention. Have a great night.